1,000 free hours on America Online. When's the last time you saw one of those CDs? I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle. I am endlessly confused by the things that wind up in the Goodwill bins. But my daughter and I went up and spent the day shopping in Portland, and I have condensed our afternoon into just the most interesting little bits that I want to share with you. These just embody everything about old vintage patterns, and if I had a vintage pattern idea, I would have snapped them up. I keep telling myself I want one of those shopping carts, and when I find them, I don't buy them. Someone hand painted this shirt, and I love it. If it hadn't been chopped off, it might have come home with me. Gorgeous still life, only $5. I hope someone has the wall space and likes that as much as I did. Kazoo that tune. And then right next to it is Poetry for Neanderthals, complete with an inflatable club to whack your teammates with. Someone had a mistake with the iron. I do not think that there is any saving that poor dress. So my daughter tells me this is from a video game. Although when you see anything that strange, the video games or the internet has to be involved. This just creeped me out. My daughter found a bunch of watercolor paints that she says were actually nice ones. I'll have to check with her and see if they were usable when she got them home. Someone had amazingly blinged out champagne flutes that I guess they couldn't be bothered to wash before donating them. Ick. There's a special thrift store spot sometimes, I think, for the wedding decor that nobody wanted to keep. A cherub fountain, a ceramic apple pie plate. I love those plates, and I have enough. I don't need any more until I start baking pies. And then I found this. Obviously, there was a recipe box because there are dividers, and somebody else dumped out the recipes and bought the box. And that makes me sad because I would have liked a recipe box full of somebody's old newspaper clippings, but that didn't stop me from bringing home just the clippings. I got a box at home I can put them in. This is Humphrey Beauregard from the North American Bear Company, which I only know because I Googled images of Humphrey Bogart bears to see if that was who that was supposed to be. Apparently people are selling these for money on eBay. And I'm sorry the camera is twisted at the wrong angle, but I had to share this with you because I can't decide how I feel about it. Side note, that little red dress, I swear I've got a picture from that era of me in a very similar dress. This is a baby book from the 1940s. It has family pictures. It has baby's lock of hair from his first haircut. And it's updated for the very first milestones, like rolling over and smiling, but nothing beyond that was filled in. I don't know. I loved these. I hope that somebody who is into buying old portraits to create instant ancestors brings these two portraits home and keeps them together because they are gorgeous. And with the slightest excuse, I would have brought them home, but I could not conjure up that excuse in my own head, no matter how intrigued I am by them. Chunky USA, I made my daughter a sweater out of that. It was not fun to knit with. It is the acryliciest of acrylics, long discontinued. I don't recommend it. And there was some other yarn. I'm not sure what that is. And then I got to digging. I think all of that weaving under the pretty piece of fabric is from the same donation as the yarn. The pretty piece of fabric is a yard of, I can't remember what brand, it's something from the quilt shop, and it came home with me and I'm going to make something with it. And then at the other end of the store, we found some looms that I would just bet came with that yarn and all that weaving. Thanks for watching. I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle.